Namaste, welcome. This is a prenatal sequence suitable for all levels of practice, but of course honor your own body and take care of yourself as you practice. We will need 2 blocks, a blanket and a bolster. If you have them nearby, grab them for your practice. And we can start in Sukhasana, cross-legged seat. I'm sitting on the edge of a blanket. So you can go ahead and bring your sit bones to the edge of your blanket. It gives you a little lift up through your spine and draws the front of your pelvis a bit more forward. Takes any rounding out of your lower back. So sit up higher if you need to drop your knees or if you feel like you're rounding in your lower back. Bring your hands down onto your thighs and close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, start to tune your awareness inward and pay attention to the flow of your breath. Watching the breath flow in through your nose, all the way down to fill your belly. And then exhale, watch the breath flow up from the belly and out through your nose. We'll take a few more moments here, paying attention to the breath and trying to slow down and deepen the breath. Let your body relax. But keep your spine tall. Reach up through the crown of your head. For the last few moments here, bring your hands right over your belly. Feel the movement of your breath in your belly. Possibly your baby is moving around. Reminding your body and your baby here that you are safe. You are healthy, you are strong. Take another deep breath. And then you can release your hands and float your arms out and up to the sky as you breathe in. Exhale, bring your arms down. Take a twist over to the right. You might cross your left hand over to your right knee. Your right hand is behind you. Lengthen through your spine as you inhale. And twist a bit deeper as you exhale. Try to draw your right shoulder back. Come back through center. Turn your palms up, reach up, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down and then twist over to your left. Lightly touching the ground behind you, lightly touching your knee. Lengthen up through your spine with your inhale. Exhale, deepen your twist. Think about deepening through your thoracic spine, your upper back. Broaden your collarbones. Come back through center. Bring your hands on your knees. Drop your chin to your chest. Take a few circles with your head. Draw your right ear over towards your right shoulder and then let your head fall back. Left ear over to left shoulder. Chin back to chest. Do 2 more in this direction, nice and slow. Pausing anywhere that feels a bit tight or sticky or needs attention. Pausing with your chin right at your chest and then go in the other direction about 3 times. These circles can be very small or a bit bigger, just depending on how the muscles in your neck and your upper shoulders are feeling. And again, if you find somewhere that you want to stay and kind of hang out, stay there. Send some breath into any tightness or stickiness, stiffness. Chin to chest when you're ready. And then bring your head back up, top of your spine. And come onto all fours from here. If you're on a hardwood floor and you want a little blanket under your knees for support, take a blanket under your knees. Hands right under your shoulders and your knees end up under your hips. You can take them even a little bit wider to support a growing belly here. And then you can let your belly drop to the floor. As you inhale, arch your back, lift your chest and your gaze. And then as you exhale, round your spine, so you can pull up on your pelvic floor muscles when you exhale. And then inhale, soften your pelvic floor muscles, soften your belly, lift your chest and your gaze. Exhale again, tone your belly, tone your pelvic floor muscles. And do that twice more, breathing in. Breathing out. Back to a neutral spine. Keep your knees where they are. Keep your hips high. Start to crawl your arms forward. Heart melting pose, Anahata Asana. Melting your heart down towards the ground. Rest your forehead on the floor. If it doesn't touch the floor comfortably, grab one of your blocks or even a blanket. Rest your forehead on your block. Keep your hips reaching up and back. You might even widen your knees. You need a little more space for baby. Roll your inner arms in and up towards your ears and melt your outer arms toward the ground. You're externally rotating your shoulders. Take another deep breath. Lift your head, walk your hands back in slowly, back under your shoulders. Maybe bring the knees in just a bit. And then from here, take your right leg out to the right so your leg is in line with your hip. Point your toes forward. And then firm up this arm. So press into your left hand and isometrically turn your left hand to the left. So you're rolling open your shoulder and your chest. On the inhale, take your right arm out and up to the sky. And then on the exhale, scoop your right arm under your chest and reach to the left. And again, breathing in, press into the right foot. Exhale, scoop under the chest. One more time, breathing in. Exhale all the breath out. Bring your right hand back down. Just swing your left leg all the way back. And you might even, swing your right leg all the way back. And you might even swing your left foot out to the left for Vashisthasana or side plank pose. Lengthen through the right side of your body. A little tone to your low belly so you can tuck the tailbone slightly, pointing your tailbone towards your right heel. Keep your right arm up or maybe take your right hand to your belly. Roll your shoulder back. Right arm goes back up, all the way over back to all fours. Other side, take your left foot out to the left. Your leg is in line with your hip. Firm up your connection to the ground with your right hand, turning your right hand slightly out to the right, roll open your left shoulder. Take a big breath in and reach up and back. Open up your chest and your belly. Exhale and scoop your left arm under your chest. Twice more just like that, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, expand. Exhale and contract. There. Bring your left hand down and swing your left leg back. You might even swing your right foot back as well for more balance in this side plank pose. Lengthen through the left side, left arm to the sky or maybe hand to your belly. Roll open your shoulders here. So you're still rolling open your right shoulder and roll open your left shoulder as well. Take one more breath. Bring your left arm up to the sky overhead and back to all fours. Let's tuck your toes here and stretch through the soles of your feet as you start to walk your hands back. Okay, and maybe stay here. Let's breathe and stretch open the soles of your feet, all the fascia in your feet. Maybe walk on up and sit on your heels. If you're there, you might roll through your wrists and wiggle your fingers. Good, and then from there, bring your hands back down And you might tap out your feet a little bit there. Tuck your toes again, downward facing dog. So you want to press into your hands, toes tucked under, lift your knees and then lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana in Sanskrit. Downward facing dog. Stretch, lengthen your whole body here. Strengthen the legs, the arms. Maybe pedal your heels a little bit. It's okay to keep your knees bent the whole time. Imagine you're pressing your mat up and away with your hands. Stay strong through your arms and let your head hang heavy. From here, you're going to walk your hands back to your feet. You're in Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend your knees deeply. Let your spine drape over your legs. Let your belly touch your thighs. And again, let your head hang heavy. If it feels okay, you can hold on to opposite elbows. You might widen your stance. Find some more length and traction through your spine and your head. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, and then press into your feet. Keep your legs really strong as you come up to stand. Walk your feet back under your hips. Move your blanket out of your way. And then walk your way to the top of your mat. Stand in Tadasana, with your feet right under your hips. And firm up your legs, tone your belly, roll your shoulders back. On the inhale, lift your arms up alongside your ears. And then as you exhale, sit down into chair. Swing your arms down. Inhale, stand up, reach your arms up. Exhale, sit into your chair and swing your arms down. So your knees bend right over your toes. Do that a few more times. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, sit into your chair. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, bend at the front of the hips. Last time like this, inhale. As you exhale, sit into your chair. Stay in chair and just move your arms. Reach up as you inhale. Swing your arms back as you exhale. So firm up your inner thighs. Engage your outer hips. Press into your heels. One more exhale. And then inhale, reach all the way up, stand up. Maybe look up for a moment. Exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. Roll through your shoulders. Bend one knee, then the other. Kind of move your hips a little bit. Shake it out. Take your arms out to the sides, palms facing down, and then twist from your waist over to your right. So you're reaching forward through your left fingertips, reaching back through your right fingertips. Press into your feet, lift through the crown of your head. Come back through center, stay tall and firm in your legs. Bring your right hand down, reach your left arm up and over. And a side bend here. So you're bending right at the side of your waist, here, your right side waist. Hand on your right thigh or maybe on your belly. Press into your feet, use an inhale to come on up and bring your hands down. Firm up your legs, press into your feet, extend your arms, reach through the undersides of your arms and twist to your left. Now try to keep your pelvis pointing forward, twist from your waist. Reach your right fingertips forward and your left fingertips back. Press into your feet, reach to the crown of your head. Come back through center. Left arm down, right arm up. Exhale over to the left. So as you're bending, firm up your legs even more. Maybe hand to your belly. Roll your right shoulder back. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, lower your arms, roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands to your hips. Actually, let's set up your blocks. You might need them. Stand them on the tall height and then bring your hands to your hips, Tadasana. Plant your right foot, step your left foot back, turn your toes out for warrior one. Walk your right foot a bit out to the right so you square your hips forward. Take an inhale, reach your arms out, turn your palms up, reach to the sky. Ground into your feet, look forward, lift through the crown of your head, slight tuck of your tailbone. Take that deep bend out of your low back, make some space in your lower back. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, lean forward. You're gonna press into your right foot, lift your left leg up. So you can keep your hands on your hips, or this is where your blocks might come in handy. You might touch your blocks, they're under your shoulders. Bring your hands back to your hips perhaps, or keep your hands on your block as you step back, warrior one. Bring your back heel down. Take your arms out to the sides and all the way up. We're gonna move with the breath here, so stay still in the feet and strong in the legs. This is your inhale, and then exhale, straighten your right leg, lower your arms. Inhale, reach up as you sit back into warrior one. Exhale, release. Twice more. Good. We'll come back to warrior one. Inhaling, reach up. Exhale, your hands down, hands to your hips, and push off your back foot, step forward, Tadasana. Plant your left foot down, step your right foot back, turn your toes out, warrior one. Walk your left foot out to the left. Try to square your hips more forward, slight tuck of the tail. Firm up your low belly, and then reach your arms out and up. Virabhadrasana one, warrior one pose. Exhale, bring your hands down, lean forward, push off your back foot, stand strong in your left foot and lift your right leg. Keep your hands to your hips, or maybe bring your fingertips to your blocks. It's okay to have a little bend in this left knee, or try to straighten the left leg. Firm up your belly. Bring your hands back to your hips, or keep them here as you step back. Warrior one. Ground into your feet, draw energy up your legs, all the way up your spine through your arms. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your leg and lower your arms. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Twice more, breathe in. And breathe out. Back to warrior one, inhale. Hands to your hips, exhale. Push off your back foot, step forward. Arms down by your sides, Tadasana, take a breath. Good. Have a block with you, just at the back right corner of your mat. You're gonna step to the side of your mat, the long edge of your mat, and then heel toe your feet out wide. You can step and then heel toe out a little bit wider. So you end up with your ankles right under your wrists when you stretch your arms out to the sides. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Turn your left toes in and your right toes out, 90 degrees. Bend your right knee, sink your hips down. Imagine your shoulders right over your hips, and then take your gaze over your right middle finger. Stand tall and stand strong through your spine. Engage your inner thighs. Pull up on your pelvic floor muscles. Inhale. Side angle. You're going to take your left hand to your left hip. Bring your right hand down to your block. Slide it back to the outside of your right ankle. If that feels too low, you can bring your forearm to your thigh. Roll open the left shoulder. So you're spinning your right ribs to your left ribs. You can have your hand on your belly. Hand on your hip, or you can float your left arm over your left ear. Steady your gaze. Roll your right shoulder back. One more breath. You're going to drop your left hand down and then straighten your right leg. Reach your left arm all the way back up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Press into your right heel. Firm up your right quadricep muscles. Send your hips back in space. Take another breath. And then exhale, rebend your left knee. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Straighten your right leg, turn your right toes in, and let's heel toe the feet in, and then you can step them back together. Take a breath in Tadasana. If you use the blocks, move it over to that back left corner of your mat. Step your feet wide. Wrists right over the ankles. Turn your right toes in, left toes out. 90 degrees. Warrior two. Exhale, bend your left knee. Look at your knee for a moment. Make sure your knee is rolling open, not rolling in. Steady your gaze over your left middle finger. This time reach to the undersides of your arms. A little tone to your belly and your pelvic floor muscles to support your organs, your baby. Exhale, you're bending over to the left. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Find that side bend for side angle, Parsvakonasana. So side bend there, and then revolve chest to the right, left ribs to the right ribs. Hand on your hip to your belly, or float the arm over your head. You might be looking down, stretching the neck, or looking up, strengthening your neck. Relax your right shoulder. Sweep your right arm down and straighten your left leg. Our right arm up to the sky, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Another deep breath. Extend through your legs, through your spine. Rebend your left knee, come up warrior two. And then straighten your left leg, turn your toes in, heel toe your feet back together. Tadasana. Take a breath, stand tall and stand strong. You can move your block out of the way. Come back to all fours. And then from all fours, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, lengthen your spine. Again, you can paddle out or take some audible exhalations. That breath sweep away tension or tightness, stiffness. Let your head hang heavy. Lower your knees. And again, if you want the blanket under your knees, take a set of lunges here. You can take your blanket under your knees. Have your knees on your blanket, hands to your hips, stand on your shins. Firm up your belly, lift your pelvic floor muscles, step your right foot forward, and then sink down into your hips. Only as far as feels okay for your hip flexors. Outer right hip. You can take your right hand to your right thigh. Lift your left arm up to the sky and feel that length through the left side of your body. Stay there. Take your right arm up to the sky as well. Draw your inner thighs toward each other and lift up through your pelvic floor muscles. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands back to your hips. Lift out of your lunge and slide your right foot back. If you need to put your hands down, put your hands down. And then when you're ready, the left foot steps forward. Again, you can bring your hands down if you need. Bring your left hand to your left thigh. To sink down into your hips. You want the knee over the ankle, not past. And reach your right arm up really long through this right side. Lift up through your chest. Lift up through the upper back, your thoracic spine. Relax your shoulders. Maybe the left arm lifts. Take another deep breath. Exhale your hands back to your hips or to the floor. And come on back up to your knees. Good. We're going to have a seat here. Let's roll up your blanket. And we'll find Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together, knees wide. If you have a bolster, let's take your bolster out in front of you. Even maybe on your feet. Okay, so depending on how far you can fold. So you want your hips, your sit bones on the edge of your blanket, knees out wide, feet together. So two options here, many options, but I'll give you these two. You can bring your elbows to the bolster, rest your hands, rest your forehead in your hands. Okay, if that feels like too far to go, then set your bolster up on that short edge and rest your head on the other short edge. Take a few breaths here. As your head is either resting in your hands or on your block, rest a busy mind. Relax the forward momentum of the mind of having things to do more, do it faster. Relax here. Again, tell your body, your baby, everything is fine. You are safe. You are healthy and you are strong. Use an inhale. I'm going to rise back up. We'll need that bolster again or block, whatever you're using. Stretch your right leg out to the right. Draw your left leg in. A version of Janushirasana. So open up the legs. And then same thing, we're going to fold forward. Stretching through the left inner thigh, left outer hip, the right hamstring. So keep your legs strong. You might again rest your head in your hands. Use your outer left hip muscles to draw your outer left knee toward the ground. Keep your right knee pointing up to the sky. If you can go a little bit further here, you're welcome to bring your head down. Use an inhale to lift halfway up, and then exhale, come all the way up. We'll switch sides. Right leg draws in, left leg draws out. Take your time. Take your left leg wide, your right knee wide. You might lift and lower your hips. Keep your legs active, and then come forward when you're ready. Let your eyes soften or close. Let your body relax and settle in these forward bends. Tune into the rhythm of your breath. If you can go a little deeper in the pose, go a bit deeper. Breathe into the rib cage, the front, the sides, the back. And then use an inhale, lift halfway up. And then exhale all the way up. Slide your bolster out of your way. Gather up your legs and stretch them forward. One more pose here, Paschimottanasana. One more forward fold. So depending on the size of your belly, you might want to take your legs out a bit wider. And you can even use your bolster here on this taller height, or stack up some blankets. You don't even need to go down that far, or you can even sit up here. Okay, if you don't have the space to fold, stay seated and ground your legs, lengthen through your spine and close your eyes. If you do have room to fold and you'd like to fold, go ahead and come on forward. Just being creative with your props, so just lifting the floor up to where you need it to be. Stack your blocks, stack your blankets. Place your elbows down, whatever you need. Be creative, especially as your belly is changing in size every day. Your body is completely different every day. Honor what it needs right now. Release through the whole back side of your body here. Okay, last breath. And lift halfway up as you inhale. Exhale, come all the way up nice and slowly. And we'll set up for Shavasana here. So if you do two options, I'll give you, if you have a Let's use the bolster here. Maybe something between the legs, a bolster or blanket, and then another blanket for your head. So you can come onto your side and rest here. Okay. Or if you do have all of these props, I always loved creating a runway with my bolster. So you set your block on the tallest height there, and then the bolster on the angle, and roll up your blanket and take it right in between. It's a nice support. Okay. And then from there, you can bring your low back to the edge of your bolster. You might start with your knees bent and then go ahead and lower down. Okay, so this should feel pretty supportive. That way you're not flat on your back. With your legs, you might just stretch them out long. Let there be space. If you're cold, make sure you have a blanket, maybe even an eye pillow or a washcloth for your eyes. Relax the breath, relax your body into your props and into the floor. Calm awareness on the present moment here. Relaxation. You have nothing to do here but breathe. If you find anywhere that you are tensing still in your body, relax that space intentionally, the space between your eyebrows, your cheeks, your jaw, your shoulders, your belly, your hands, your feet. If you have more time to stay in Shavasana, please do. If you have to get on with your day and start to deepen your breath, you might wiggle your fingers and your toes, feel your body again. Take your time bending your knees. Rolling to one side and press into the ground and come on up to a seat. Get yourself comfortable again in Sukhasana, your cross-legged seat. You might sit on your blanket or your bolster. Rest your hands down on your thighs, sit tall, and take a few moments here to check in. How does your body feel? How does your breath feel? How does your mind feel? And what's the feeling of your heart? And bring your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. I thank you for joining me for practice. May others as well benefit from our practice. Namaste.